After spending days trying to learn Dolby Atmos here in DaVinci Resolve, I realized something. The hardest part is not the mixing, it's actually all of the routing that you need to do in order to get Dolby Atmos to work properly. So once I understood how the Bus 1 and Composite Bed and the objects and the Atmos renderer are all connected, everything suddenly made sense and clicked for me. So that's why I'm making this video, because it's the video I wish I had when I was trying to figure out how all these things were connected and how it all worked. So let's take the mystery out of Dolby Atmos routing here in DaVinci Resolve and jump into it. So here we are inside DaVinci Resolve. Currently I'm in the Edit tab. Now before we get started here, we want to check and make sure we're actually set up to work with Dolby Atmos. So come on up to DaVinci Resolve at the top, down to Preferences. Inside of Preferences, make sure you're on System, Audio and Video, in/out, and right here, you need to have Enable Dolby Atmos checked on. So make sure you got that first. Go ahead and hit Save. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a timeline with a couple of tracks in here. I'll do one video track, and let's just say we have 10 audio tracks. So in my timeline here, I've got my one video track, I've got 1, 2, and 3 dialogue tracks, I have one music track, one ambience track, and then I've got a few object tracks. Now, if you want to know how Dolby Atmos works, how you should set up your tracks, all that kind of stuff, check out my other video that I just put out. It's up over here. I'll link to it. You can check that out. It's a complete beginner's guide on how to do everything. But this video is specifically about the routing that you need to know. So you've got all your tracks set up. Let's go ahead and jump over into Fairlight. Musical notes at the bottom. So now we need to get into creating some buses so that we can start to route things where they need to go. In order to do that, we're going to come up to the Fairlight menu at the top, go to Bus Format. And this is where we're going to get started. So bus 1 is always going to be our main output. And we want to change this from stereo. We want to come down to Dolby Atmos and Dolby Atmos Master. And this is going to allow us to be able to create different types of surround sound and have the Atmos renderer do all the work for us. We don't have to go through and change anything. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, Dolby Atmos Master. Now we need to make our composite bus. So I'm going to add another bus. We're going to call this Composite Bed. And if you're not sure what a bed and an object is, again, check that first video out. You're going to learn everything you need to know about what those are. But here we're going to have our composite bed, and I'm going to change this to Dolby Atmos, and I want to use, in this case, 7.1.2. Now, if you only have one dialogue track, one music track, and one ambience track, you can just send all of those right to this composite bed. But in this case, we've got multiple dialogue tracks, and if you had multiple music or multiple ambience tracks, you can make a bus for each one of those if you want. So in this case, I'm just going to make a bus for the dialogue tracks so I can have them all go there. They'll be grouped together in case I need to make any changes to them. So I'm going to go ahead and add another bus. I'm going to call it dialogue. And I'm going to go ahead and change this to mono. And I want to make sure that my dialogue tracks are in mono and my object tracks are in mono, just so everything works well. So you definitely need bus 1 and the composite bed, and then any other buses you may need if you have multiple dialogue tracks or something like that. So once you've got that set up, you can go ahead and hit OK. Now right now my dialogue tracks are set up as stereo, so I'm just going to make them mono by right-clicking, change track type 2 and mono. Now, if I pull out my mixer a little bit, you can see the extra buses we've created, our composite bed here, and our dialogue bus right here. Now we need to get into some more of the routing. So in order to do that, I'm going to come to the Fairlight menu at the top. I'm going to come down to Patch, Input, and Output. Then in our window over here, I want to click the source, and I want to come down to Bus Out. And on the destination side, I want to come to Dolby Atmos Send. Now, the first thing I want to do is get my composite bed patched properly. And in order to do that, I'm going to select all of my composite bed channels up here. Just go ahead and you can hold your Command or Control key, select all of them. And now I want to assign them to the beds. So I'm just going to select my beds over here, all 10, and then I can hit Patch, and boom, we're good to go with that. Now, while I'm in this Patch Input Output, I want to patch all of my objects. So I'm going to come to the source side, come down to Track Direct, and now you can see I've got my object tracks right here, 1 through 5, and now those object tracks need to get patched to the sends 11 through whatever, up to 128 channels you have. So you need one of these objects to go to one of these channels. So I could just go ahead and select 5 of these and then hit Patch, and it's going to patch them right in order for me. So now those objects are patched properly. Okay, so now we've got that patching correct. We can go ahead and close this window. And now we need to do some routing with the buses. So I'm going to go ahead and come back to the Fairlight menu and go to Bus Assign. Now there's multiple ways you can do it. This is just one way that we're going to be doing it now. Now my dialogue tracks right here, I don't want them going to the bus out. I actually want them going to my dialogue bus. So I'm going to collect my dialogue bus and I'm going to just click these three so that they're getting sent over to that dialogue bus. Now we still see the B1 out, the bus one out. We don't want that. So I'm going to click bus one out and then just click these again. B1 disappears and that means I'm no longer sending it directly to bus one. Now I also want to send my music and my ambience not to bus one. So I'm going to uncheck those. I want them to go to my composite bed. So I'm going to select the composite bed. I'm going to send my music and my ambience over there. Now, if I had multiple music and ambience tracks, maybe they would go to a bus just like these dialogue ones do. And then what we would want to do is have each one of our buses, like our dialogue bus, music bus, and ambience bus, we'd want to send those over to our composite bed. Now, the next thing I want to do is with my dialogue bus, I want to select that, my dialogue bus out, and I want that going into the composite bed. So you're going to have one composite bed, but you can have multiple buses with groups of channels going to that composite bed. And it's going to look a little bit easier to understand in a second when I show you how this looks in the mixer. So we've got our dialogue bus going to our composite bed, and now we need to select our composite bed out, and we want that to go to bus one. Okay, so let me close this window and let's take a look in the mixer because it's a little bit easier to understand, I think, in the mixer when we're looking at it here. And to make it even easier, I'm going to change the color of my buses here just so it makes a little bit more sense by going to Fairlight, Bus Format. Let's make our main Dolby Atmos master. I'm going to leave that blue. Let's make the composite bed orange, and let's make our dialogue bus. Let's make it violet. Go ahead and hit OK. So now here's what we have. If I scroll down here, now we can see where everything is going. We've got our dialogue channels, right? We've got 3 dialogue channels. They're going to the dialogue bus right here. In our bus outputs, they're going to the dialogue bus, which is coming over to the dialogue bus right here. Now that dialogue bus needs to get into the composite bed because we have one composite bed where everything comes together. So in my dialogue bus, I can click on the plus here and choose composite bed. So now this is going into my composite bed, which has all of my channels, my 7.1.2 channels. Now, because I only have one music and one ambience track, those can just go directly into the composite bed. If I had multiple tracks for music and ambience, I could send them to a bus to group them together, just like I did with the dialogue, and then those could go to the composite bed. Now in our composite bed here, we want that to go to bus number 1. So one thing you might notice in my example here is that under immersive and my ambience track, we have a number 12 here. And initially I thought that number 12 was it's getting sent to object 12 like we had patched in. But I double checked it and that's not the case at all. What this 12 means is that it's getting sent to the Dolby Atmos renderer, and number 12 is the channel that it's using. It's not an object channel. And the way you can double check that is by coming to Fairlight, Patch Input Output, and I can take a look here under Track Direct to Dolby Atmos Sends, and we see that my ambience left and right is not getting sent to my objects 12, which would be right here. So those are not patched, so that makes total sense. Now, if I close this down, another way you can double check to make sure it's correct is if I come to Fairlight, Immersive Audio, and Space View. And in my space view here, I want to turn on Show Beds. When I play any kind of audio in that ambience bed, they should be stationary speakers. We shouldn't see it move. So if I play through it and I pull the pan up a little bit, we can see they're right here. They're labeled as ambient. They're not labeled as objects. So therefore, they won't be flying around in our space view. We won't be able to automate them to move. They're going to be stationary. So that's how you can double check it. So if you're confused, like me, because you saw the 12 here and you thought it was patched to the objects, use these couple things to double check it and you should be good to go. Now, once you've got all that routing set up properly, you can actually listen to it in different ways. So in Fairlight right here, we're using Dolby as the track we want to listen to, which is the master renderer, right, on our bus 1. But we can change it now from 7.1.2 to maybe I only have my headphones. So I can use either binaural or 2.0, and it's going to automatically mix it down into a stereo format if I used 2.0, for example, and I'm going to be able to hear it the way it should be heard in stereo versus in 7.1.2. So that's the cool part, is that you can monitor it however you want once you've got this set up properly. I'm going to go back to 7.1.2. So if you followed along with us up until this point, you should be all set up. Everything should be patched good, and you can build on this, right? This is like a basic setup. If you've got more dialogue tracks, now you know where to send them. You can have more object tracks that are gonna fly around and everything, and then you can start to automate and pan those around in 3D space. If you wanna know how to do that, definitely check out the beginner video that I put out recently. That's gonna show you how to do all of that. One last thing I want to show you here to make sure that things are getting routed to that immersive experience that we want. In the mixer here, we've got immersive, and if this IN isn't checked on, then it's probably not doing what it should be doing, so you want to double check that. But there you go, you should have all of your routing set up now. If you've got questions on it, let me know. A lot of this stuff I just didn't see out there on how to patch things and how to make it work. So this was part of the key that helped me understand everything and be able to put it all together and start to make sense of it in my little brain here. So I hope this helps you too. Now I'm going to make another video that talks about how we can go from a 7.1 mix or 7.1.2 mix down to a 5.1 or down to a stereo mix, how we can do all that with a Dolby Atmos setup here, because it's pretty easy once you understand this part of it. Then you understand how to move things around and all that. And I'll have another video for you that just shows you how to break it all down and make the files that you need. So you want to upload to YouTube or wherever, you can get the format that you need. So if you found this video helpful, let me know, comment down below. If I'm missing anything, because I'm no expert here, if I'm missing anything, be sure to let me know, leave a comment down below. And with that said, I will see you in the next video. Peace.